Hey, what's going on guys? Ace Trainer John here. And today we're going to be doing a new type of video. And today's topic is going to be Siva, and we're going to be going over where it came from, where it is now, and where it'll be going in the future. Before we start this video, I ask that if you enjoyed this video, you go ahead and leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Or if you want to see more of this video or want to be kept up to date on all Destiny 2 news, information, leaks, tutorials, go ahead and subscribe. Anyways, let's jump into it. Let's start off with Siva's origins. We're first introduced to Siva in the Rise of Iron expansion in Destiny 1. The expansion starts off with us heading to Felwinter's Peak to help Lord Saladin defend it from the Fallen. Although when we get there, we notice something particular about the servitor that is flying around. That it ends up being a servitor that we killed a long time ago. When we get to Lord Saladin, we tell him what we saw, and he states that this could be the work of Siva, the Golden Age technology that was run by Rasputin that ended up killing the Iron Lords. So after finding out about that, we head to the Plague Lands, where we find out that the Fallen have gotten their hands on Siva and are corrupting the land around them. In order to cripple the Fallen for getting even stronger, we go deeper into the Plague Lands and take out turrets that are being controlled by the Splicers. After that, we head to the Dust Palace, aka the Clovis Bray facility on Mars, to find any references to Siva to see how we can defeat the Fallen. Then we enter the final mission, where we go back to the Plague Lands to enter the Replication Complex and destroy Siva at its source. And shortly after that story mission, we enter the raid, Wrath of the Machine, where we end up fighting Axis, the leader of the Devil Splicers. And so with the Fallen no longer having a major leader, and Siva being stopped at the source, overall this event ends up crippling the Fallen by a lot, and this brings us to their Destiny 2 form. In the vanilla version of Destiny 2, when it first launched, the only references to Siva we had were a scannable on Nessus and a scannable on Titan, which say the following.
For a second, I thought there was some kind of Siva outbreak on Nessus. That would be bad on so many levels. How about we never see that stuff again? The Fallen need servitors to provide them with ether, unless they found a replacement, like Siva. Gosh, I hope there's no Siva on Titan.
Also, while standing near Failsafe, you can hear her talking about Siva.
Accessing node 9875A. File header, Siva project. Files locked behind Epsilon Theta encryption, A, D, and G. No decryption schema found.
I'd like you to put a little pin in that X's Black Siva reference, because we'll actually come back to that near the end. The next reference to Siva came in Forsaken, where we actually see Siva markings on the Tangled Shore. But besides that little marking, Siva isn't talked about a while till Season of the Drifter. And this comes in the form of a secret mission, in which we help Mithrax, House of Light, stop Aramis the Ship Stealer from acquiring Siva from the old tower. And in this mission, we end up getting our hands on our old Outbreak Prime, which has become an Outbreak Perfected. And simultaneously, Aramis ends up escaping and presumably heading to Europa, where she ends up getting her darkness powers. Then, the next time we end up seeing Siva is a Siva marking on the moon. And after that, there was pretty much nothing up till Season of the Warvey, which ended up being all about Rasputin. And if you recall from earlier, I mentioned that Rasputin does have a control on Siva. Now, during Season of the Warvey, we actually find out that Rasputin intentionally released Siva on the Iron Lords, and that wasn't an accident. And this is all because a little exo version of Rasputin died during the collapse, and ended up being resurrected as a guardian named Felwinter, which ended up joining the Iron Lords. And with Rasputin seeing this as an opportunity to make Felwinter's son, he got frustrated when Felwinter ran away. And so, because of that, Rasputin intentionally led Felwinter to Siva. And with the trap set, the Iron Lords came along with Felwinter, and they all died in the replication chamber. And after that, Rasputin realized what he did was wrong. And with darkness on the horizon, Rasputin realized what he did was wrong, and asked for forgiveness from us. After that, Rasputin gave us Felwinter's shotgun, and told us that he would help us when the darkness would arrive. And during the recent Season of the Rivals, the darkness did arrive, and they shut down Rasputin immediately. And with that being said, Rasputin had to be uploaded into an engram by Anna Bray. And during one of the final little lore cards this season, it sort of insinuates that Rasputin is going to be turned into an Exo in the future. And with Rasputin no longer having control over his systems, like Siva, that being said, it sort of insinuates that no one has control over Siva right now. And with Siva being so strong, it can be very bad for whoever gets it next. Now that you're caught up on the story, let's talk about where Siva is now. Currently, as we know, there is Siva on the Exodus Black on Nessus. On top of this, from a Grimoire card from Rise of Iron, we actually learned that a lot of colony ships ended up having Siva. Meaning there could be whole entire systems right now that are being destroyed and manipulated by other forces and being destroyed with Siva. And honestly, I don't think it's too wild to think that the reason why Bungie kept Nessus in as one of the legacy planets is because it's going to house Siva in the future. And another thing to note is actually during, I think it's the E3 2017 presentation for Destiny 2, we got a screenshot of a strike screen which ended up involving the Exodus crash strike. And it goes to show that the original plan for Destiny 2 was to have us stop a Siva outbreak on Nessus. And another little crazy theory and speculation here is that during the Beyond Light Deluxe Edition picture, we can actually see little color cards for the different seasons. And these colors actually have something to do with the different seasons, because actually we got similar color cards last year during Shadowkeep, and they actually correlated with what the seasonal theme was going to be. And if you look closely enough, the third season, which would be the spring season, is going to be red color, which you could say has something to do with Siva. And with the upcoming expansion being Fallen related, again, it's not too crazy to think that during one of the seasons we could be stopping a Siva outbreak on Nessus. But anyways, that's just a theory. No, I'm just kidding, but this was H. John. If you liked the video and like to see more of this sort of lore recap slash deep dive slash speculation type video, then go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, I'll see ya in the next one. Peace.